This is Dr. Shannon Susi, and this is going to be an introduction to Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks are a web interface that leverages the Python coding language. This is essentially a lab notebook for bioinformatic analyses. The notebook is organized into cells of different types, and there is a menu up here for controlling your cells. So the first icon on the menu is for saving your notebook. The plus icon is for adding a new cell. Then we have cut, copy, and paste commands for cutting, copying, and pasting cells. The play button is for running code and coding cells. And then you have a drop-down menu here to select the format of the cell that you would like. So this first cell that I have selected, you can see is indicated by this blue line, is in the markdown format. You can also tell this is markdown format because the text is formatted. So I have a header, I have bold text, I have a list here, I have an image in here. And so the markdown format just enables clarity in your text. So rather than just one long text, this formatting makes this a little bit clearer. The next type of cell that we'll look at is this coding cell. And you can see this is changed up here. These coding cells, because the notebooks are leveraging the Python coding language, the expectation is that the code you're going to be running is in Python, the Python coding language. In this module, we will be coding in the Bash coding language. And so I've indicated that here with this first line in the coding cell. I also have a comment line in the cell, and the comment line describes what the code is going to do. And then I have the actual line of code at the very bottom of the cell. In order to run this code, I can use the play button up here in the menu, and this will run this cell. And you'll see that when I select this cell, now not only is the coding cell being indicated, but also the output of that coding cell. Another shortcut for running this would be using either command return or control return to run this quickly. Now, the last type of cell is a raw cell. And so we'll add one of those here. So I'm adding a new cell. By default, it's going to have this formatted as code, but we're going to select raw. And these raw cells are useful for taking your own notes, maybe questions that are coming up or little bits and bobs that you're finding helpful throughout your notebook. So you can add and delete cells from these notebooks once you download them to make these notebooks more manageable for you. Now, it's not feasible when doing a full bioinformatics analysis to conduct it within the Jupyter notebook. More likely, you're going to be conducting your analyses through the terminal interface. The terminal interface by default is going to be conducted in the Bash coding language. And so what I'd like you to do is copy this Bash code here, and we're going to open a terminal window. So we're going to use this file menu. We're going to select new, and then we're going to scroll over and select terminal. And so once I select terminal, a new terminal window will open, and I have this prompt, and you can see the blinking cursor. So I'm going to paste my bash command, and when I hit enter, the bash command will be executed. And this is what you need to use the rest of the submodules in this module.